Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth1204 for another episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, second chapter, brought to you by muchgames.ca. Last time we beat the last of the 4 enforcers, and now before we head on to the floor with Loewe, I came back to make my final party. And my final party is going to be Chloe and Olivier, because those two are really fun. I have to do something about his ATS, it's a little low. But yeah, Chloe is just she's a machine, and so is Olivier actually. I gave them really fun equipment. Let's see, yeah, Armored Barbarossa, the Spiegel shoes here, Cyclops, Crimson Eye, and the long barrel may as well. Chloe, I didn't really change anything because she's perfect. Her agility is a little low, but we can speed that up in battle. As for orbments, I really didn't change too much. The cool thing about Chloe and Olivier is that both of them just use all of their slots, so you can turn them into the super hitting machines. But they're going to be, Chloe is going to be attack slash support. Olivier is going to be more support with a little attack, but you got La Forte there, Phantom Pain if I want to try that, the fire, and pretty much a little bit of everything. Lost Mobius is really good too. Chloe has healing arts, Earth Wall, La Crest, and also just lots of everything down there. What was the full gem again? Right, EP Cut 5. And I really didn't make any changes to Joshua or Estelle because they're pretty much good where they are. If I wanted to change up Estelle, I'd maybe give her more attack or more mind. Not really sure actually, to be honest, because yeah, actually Mind 4 might be better there, but what would it give her more stuff, or would it get rid of more stuff? I don't know. It would get rid of her Earth, so you'd have Earth Wall is gone. I don't really use Titanic Roar with her. Yeah, so she'd be losing Earth Wall, which I don't know if I would want to do that, even though Olivier and Chloe both have it. You know what? Fine. Even though Estelle is faster, I think I am going to just try to increase her mind a little bit. Just because. And I'm gonna, get some slots open here, because why the heck not? In case I want to come back and put some of those super gems on anybody. That might have been too much, but we'll see. Yeah. Ren's gone away somewhere, but she'll understand what we said to her someday, right? Personally, I'm hopeful about her. Ren's a smart girl, smarter than I was anyway. She'll come to understand all eventually. Yeah, I bet she will. I hope she and I can play again someday. You'll meet her again, Tita. I know you will. Just keep believing, you know? After all, it took a while, but I met Joshua again in the end. True enough. Yeah. So we're just going to talk to the people that had scenes. We already talked to, hey buddy. I'm sorry I didn't put you in my party at all here. There's just too many people. We're just going to talk to the people that had scenes in the end. We already talked to... We already talked to Shara outside. Where is Zin? You're out here. Walter was a martial artist, blessed with far more talent than I. But in the end, he lost to me, bearer of the Taito Living Fist. What matters is not disparity in power, but how power is used. This whole affair is making me, as a martial artist, look at how I'm using my own strength. And yeah, I mean, the first floor was the characters we have already, so we can't really talk to them, I'm sorry. But yeah, It's time for us. It's time for us to go. I should probably heal. I should probably heal Chloe. Okay, so I'll meet you there. Alright, and we're on the 5th floor again, which means it's time to go up. I'm gonna ignore these enemies for the most part, because I think it's time for us to just skedaddle out of here. Of course, it might be a good idea to raise up CP if I'm about to fight one of the hardest people in the game, but nah. It's the worst that could happen, right? Is that new? No, that is not new. We're getting past it. I don't like those things. You know, I'll fight this one. Give me a moment. Well, Olivier leveled up there, but the thing got a one-hit kill on Joshua. Which, wow. Yeah, right. Reviving bomb. Just gonna use some of my mediocre healing items. Okay. So what we got here? Monsters! Not a good time for Joshua to have just died. Okay, levels up for Chloe and Olivier there. Beautiful. Yeah, they're a little behind Aura Fencer. That's for Joshua, I think. I'll equip that in just a moment. Here, all bomb. Bunch of Sephiroth. I actually needed that to make the gem that I wanted. Do I want to go all the way back? 1 second. For 3% ATS, I don't think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I was 20 Sephiroth short to make a Sapphire gem. But this is good. Gleaming Twin Sword set to cut through anything. So this is almost his ultimate weapon, but nice. Yeah, I didn't get any of the ultimate weapons, unfortunately, but I think we discussed that a while back. There's just a whole bunch of stuff that I would have had to have done. Armored something. Didn't see what that said, actually. That's not for you. Is that for Estelle? It is. Wait, did I accidentally put on? No. Ancient defensive artifact that grants mythical power. Let's see, your agility would go down from 34 to 29. Your ADF would go down by 10. Your speed would, okay, that is acceptable. Especially since everything else will go up by a significant amount. What did I just put on? I just put on the Gaia suit. Why did I put on the Gaia suit? No, I did put on this. Okay, yeah, so your agility is a little down, but I can live with that. Is there anything better for Chloe here? I don't think so, right? No. I want to keep her ATS as high as possible. Is that new? No. Again, do not want it to... Oh, that was a healing point. You know what? I'm going to fight that enemy if we have a healing point here. Why the heck not? Why is everything insta-killing Joshua? These enemies really, really like to insta-kill Joshua specifically. It's very rude. Alright, and this looks like this is, we're getting there. I'm pretty confident in this party. I think it has really good, I should have saved her, it has really good capabilities. So you've come. I need to get that voice back. Loewe. You were faster than I expected. Was that the voice I gave him? I thought you would keep me waiting a bit longer. Just means we've grown a bit. I don't remember if that was the voice I gave him. Granted, all your buddies did do their best to hold us up.
Well said. Do not think the Bladelord is comparable to those you have beaten, however. Few can match me in direct confrontation, even among S-rank bracers in the Angie.
No, goodness, confidence is bright as the shining heavens. Trust me, we're painfully aware of how strong you are. But we came here for a reason. We're here to put a stop to all the strangeness the Oriole is causing, to shield our homes from the threat of chaos and war. We've come this far with the help of countless people, and now we're carrying all their hopes. So we have no intention of standing down or losing to you.
A solid enough conviction, but you're here for a different reason, aren't you, Joshua?
What? As always, you see right through me. I'm here because I want to face my weakness. It's what destroyed me while fleeing the pain of Karen's death. It's the reason I continued to follow Weissman's orders without question. All of that was born of my weakness. That's why I'm ready to face you and Weissman head on, Loewe. I feel I owe it to the person who made me face those weaknesses. And I need to fight for what's important to me, no matter what. Joshua.
Time for you to leave the nest then. My promise to Karen is fulfilled. Now, at last, I don't need to hold anything back. This will be everything I have.
But hold on a second, I still don't get why it has to be this way. If you're worried about Joshua, then why? It's okay, Estelle. Conviction alone won't be enough to make Loewe back down. It's time I show him that I have the power to make my conviction reality.
Precisely. I have made my choice. If you feel the strength of your conviction is stronger than my own, then let it speak for itself.
We will. That's the only way, then bring it on, Loewe. I've nothing against a fellow countryman, but this is for Joshua. I challenge you with all that I am. Alright, it's time for... Oh my god. Time to die before the battle even starts? Oh my god. Oh my actual god, what the heck? What the heck, Loewe? Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is just bring your health back up because we got these stupid lion things. How the heck? How the heck? Okay, so let's see what we got here. We have 2 riot sabers. No weaknesses, 19,000 health. And low Enforcer 2, 31,980 health. Bladelord. Executes powerful arts and overwhelming sword techniques. If I use... Right, I got rid of Earth and Wall. Let's... Yeah, let's use a Celestial on you. Estelle's probably gonna die right here. No. Oh my god. I need you to continue living. Okay, there goes Estelle. You... Can I get Earthwall within any reasonable time frame? It does not look like it. So let's start using those Celestial Bombs. That was a really, really dirty trick. Yeah, let's get everyone a little closer to each other. Preparing to use arts, and he's gonna do something horrible to me. Silver Thorn. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh my god. I need to think about this. I thought I was prepared at somewhat at least. Great. Oh, my blood pressure is spiking right now. I do not like how it started this fight for us. Yeah, I mean, you're not even gonna make it to that attack anyway. It doesn't really matter. Let's heal Joshua. Zero Storm? Goodness gracious.
How could I fail?
So is that the big one?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I'm going to die and see if I can just start without him using that attack, or if it's just something he does. And all three of the copies can attack. And they have 15,000 health each! Oh my god. No, we're doing this again. Did that say continue? Are we not supposed to win this? Come on. Okay, he didn't use his thing this time, so I'm gonna try. No, we're not enough. Not good enough for that yet. Let's use Clock Up on Chloe. You. It's gonna take you a little while, but I would like you to try to use that before we all die. Great.
We're good to go.
You. You can't use any of this within any speed whatsoever, right? Right. Let's. Right, and Chloe has Saint. I guess let's try the buffing then. Let's start buffing. Oh, I should have healed Joshua. That was my fault.
Take that.
Oh no, can you not? Oh, and you got stopped, really? Really? Come on. Okay, well I have Loewe in the way, but Estelle's gonna die here. And really, oh my god, yeah, that stops everybody's attacks. I need like just a little bit. Olivia's gonna die. Yep, there we go. I did a attack. Let's. Stella's still in the circle here. We'll finally get an Earth Wall up. Okay. But unfortunately, we're gonna get like 50 other attacks going against us in the meantime. Okay, you get him alive. Oh my god. Okay, we're going to just get the defense up over here, and maybe that'll help a little bit, just a little. Okay, we're gonna start turning this thing around right now. Yeah, you're gonna do something. Wow, that hits from across the entire universe, and it cancels arts. Goodness gracious. Okay, fine. We're just gonna have Joshua do his thing here. It's not gonna kill anybody. But I need to do something. I need to make it look like I'm actually trying. I'm just gonna have Chloe and Olivier keep casting Earthwall, because obviously I'm gonna have to keep casting it as we get stopped. Ow. Ow. Amazing. We actually got one through. And Olivier's all the way down there on the bottom, so yeah, there's no way that he's getting to that in time anyway. We don't have 200 to spend on that. Chloe might die here still. No, she can't. Okay. Don't you charge up. Let's see, True Cloak and Dagger. If we can get rid of one of these. I didn't mean to do that, I meant to do Double Strike. Okay, we got that back up. Oh, don't do that. Okay, yeah, get that started up again. I meant to do Dual Strike. Let's see, that's the real one. If I kill the doubles, will they stay dead is my question. Ow. Okay, thank you for all pushing us all back into place here. Okay, so this is going to be my strategy. Everybody, Estelle heal. Olivier and Chloe use Earthwall, and Joshua just keep everybody else in line. Of course, we're just going to have that keep getting cancelled. Does each... Oh, well, we're dead. Oh my god! Alright, I don't think I can do this. Let's see what the continue is. Yeah, I don't think that would have gone well for me, even if I had like planned a party that could take out one of the lions or something. It's just that wasn't working. Did they? Ow. What did the continue do? Was that just a retry anyway? Did I not hit retry? Whatever, we're going for it. Joshua's fainted. You. No, you need to unfaint Joshua.
We're good to go.
You also, let's try Laforte. It's probably just Lafort, but I'm gonna call it Laforte because I can. I need to make you faster. Making her faster doesn't... Oh my god. Making her faster doesn't change the speed of casting, but she'll still get her turn. Let's get that Celestial Bomb back up on
We're
that.
good to go.
Man, I don't think I can do this. Is this what the rest of the fights in the game are? Because it really, 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 really ramped up the difficulty here. That Earthwall going over there. Yeah, man, Zero Storm. It didn't stop me there because I had the Earthwall up, but that is way too overpowered, like obscenely so. Am I getting weaker? Okay. Yeah, those things have to go first. I don't think that's negotiable. can't win this. I can't win this. I'm glad you're able to get that on yourself.
I'm so sorry.
So can I do continue now? It's just this. What's this difference between retry and continue? I need to look this up now. Ugh. Okay, so I looked it up. The continue means that it lowered the difficulty. I don't see any difference. Maybe the everybody has like 1,000 less health. I really don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna try delay on you. Not that it. No, I can't. I have to focus on the lion things. If I ungroup my party, which is unfortunate because that completely ruins my plan of getting everybody to be immune to stuff. But I don't really have an idea of like what I'm supposed to be doing here. Can I get to you with Curia Bomb? I can. So maybe have Chloe by Estelle. Oh my god. I was gonna maybe have Chloe by Estelle and Olivia. I'm gonna cry. I know Graham is supposed to be good for this because he can get you immune right off the bat, but that's like one time. I'm just gonna have to keep retrying until I don't get until I do not get RNG'd into oblivion. So I'll just cut to whenever it works. Okay, I'm gonna get Earthwall going so that they can focus on using Arrow Storm or whatever on me, whatever it was called. I'm gonna try using Earthwall on you two. Yeah, you're about to heal yourself, so let's get rid of that one. Okay. Zero Storm. Okay, I need to use Tear All on you so you don't die. Okay, so now we're down to 3 enemies, which is great. I'm surprised it did not kill you. But I cannot assume that that trend will continue. Okay. I mean, Zero Storm isn't the worst thing. It's just a waste of one of my turns, but if I can get him to waste his turns by using it, maybe that'll be good for us. Now let's learn if these guys can come back. Of course, if I line myself up like that, then it doesn't really matter. I have to heal you down there. Yeah, Zero Storm, at least it just doesn't do a lot of damage, so maybe if I can have 2 of my characters wasting his time. Come on, really? Everyone just wants to miss today. Let's get that going. Yeah. You're going to use... Okay, I'm going to see if I can cancel him from using Silverthorn because I really hate when he uses that. There we go. Let's get La Tiara going on you guys again now. Okay, everybody's EP is good still also. Up. That was a good run. Oh my lord. Absolutely insane. Okay, I need to get myself over there. So let's start moving. Didn't confuse you. I'm really, really impressed. Actually, really impressed. Heal yourself so that you don't become a liability. Let's get you back to life. Continue attacking that guy. Soulthorn. Alright, Joshua is not immune to that. Okay, Estelle, come here. I'm using up all my celestial bombs before the final battle. That's not good. Yeah, the problem is I'm just not gonna get like any of these attacks in. Well, I'm gonna use that myself at the very least to try to boost my defenses here. Please don't do that. This is a little bit of a waste of a turn, but I do need Joshua to not kill my party. Okay, let's heal everybody here. Can you... Oh, why not? Let's try getting Earthwall going again. Yeah, just have you focus on someone else. That was the wrong one. Whatever. Camphor is a down. I need to use Joshua. Okay, Joshua, I need you to use something. No, Joshua still has to do the attacks.
We're good to go.
Come on, everybody. I'm gonna be so horribly disappointed when it turns out that he can just resummon these guys. I just want to let you all know. Come on, how come that... Oh, well, there was that. You used it on Olivier, really? Whatever. Nope, that's... we're gonna have to try it. Nope, no, because if I start using that, it's not gonna work.
We're good to go.
Why, how'd you get down there? Okay. This could finish him off. Good. Okay, it didn't disappear, which is good. Yeah, it doesn't say anything different. Okay, so let's work on the next one then. You need to heal yourself. Okay, I can use Forte on Joshua. I don't know if that's gonna actually raise him up at all. Maybe. Kinda did actually. Yeah, I'm gonna use Licorice just to give Estelle an opening to do anything else. You know what? Just smack him. I want to get rid of that guard in case I want to use anything interesting. Storm. Getting really close there. Really, really close there. Ah, that's not good. I mean, I couldn't have really done too much about that, but still. At least with Olivier, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, that's 2 down. We have the last one here. We can actually do this. To quote someone, it's working. Okay, I don't have the ability. Oh, I can get close to at the very least. I should be out of Silverthorn's range there. Okay, so now he only has 1 attack, which means that he's going to use Zero Storm, but if I have several members of my party in different areas doing things, I can actually start doing stuff. Arts. And he's going to have to choose who to attack. Or, the third option, kill everybody. Lord in heaven. Of course he can use La Tiara. Oh my god.
We're good to go.
Yeah, he's just gonna get confused now. Come on, not like this. Don't let it end like this.
We're good to go.
It was going so well. Let's see, that's way past over there. So you're just gonna have to revive Olivier. And let's see, can you get your art in now? The answer is no. I'm going to hope that I survive this, but I need to keep Joshua alive. Joshua! Okay, we can have something happen now. Not the defense. That's unfortunate. Can't even use Saint. Fine. Let's get Joshua back to normal.
We're good to go.
Olivier, can you do something quickly? Probably not. Can you use Saint on somebody quickly? No. So we may as well just try using Earthwall because at the very least I don't think he'll hit Estelle with this. We'll see. No, if I use True Dual Strike, it's gonna hit him back. Can I delay you? It's not gonna work, but I would like to. No. Oh, come on. Why do you have to use that again? That's gonna kill all of us.
How could I fail?
Oh my actual god, game. Alright. I didn't want to use it. But, where are you, Chloe? I need to use this. The fact that that didn't fully heal Estelle and Olivier is really, really annoying. I really thought that was supposed to fully heal everybody, or do the 12,000. So that was a waste. At least Silverthorn, is it gonna kill Chloe again? It is.
So sorry.
Stop using Silverthorn. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is wrong with you?
We're good to go.
If the fight against Weissman is like this, I kinda don't want to finish the game.
We're good to go.
Okay, thank you for attacking her
Right.
and not Estelle. You know, I'm gonna revive him and he's just gonna use the stupid Emperor's Sword thing again. No Demon Flames.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
We're good to go.
This is a nightmare.
Take that!
And he's almost fully healed now.
We're good to go.
Okay, fine. I'm just going to start using Earth Walls so that you ignore all my party members. Why would you use it on him? Whatever. It doesn't matter. If you want to keep using... Never mind. I don't have Thala, right? No. Should just use a regular item on myself. Okay, so we're gonna get both Clock Up and Earth Wall here. And use Clock Up on you. You are going to use a reviving
Good to
thing.
go.
And you're going to use a special move? No, you're preparing to use arts. Okay. Please work. Thank you. Okay, now you got Earth Guard. That's fine. It's not fine, but it's good enough. Okay, we need to stop you again. We don't have anybody that can do that, though. So I'm just going to have to try to get La Crest going on everybody instead. You really don't have something that can... No. I was kind of hoping that wouldn't hit Chloe. Unbelievable.
So sorry.
Absolutely unbelievable. Okay. Please tell me you can heal everybody right now. Good. You're just gonna shoot someone. I'm just gonna move myself out of range. Oh, it's La Tiara. Okay. I can't. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Just need to get Joshua's health back up. Let's try getting Earthwall back up too. Yeah, there we go. I haven't seen you use that in a while, buddy. I'm gonna try using a chain. I want to see how it goes. Okay, that wasn't worth it. I knew in the, from the past that it wasn't worth it, but I still had to try. Is taunt gonna work on him? Nope. Leave him alone. I'm running out of these celestial bombs, and that's a problem.
We're good to go.
I'm hoping I'll make him target me with it. No, okay. Well, I guess that works too. I hate how fast he is. I'm gonna move Olivier over here. We're so close. We're so close. Please don't you no. Nah. We're so close.
We're good to go.
Okay, we're gonna get hit immunity here. On the wrong person. I mean, I guess anybody is good, but still, no.
Take that.
And you are going to have to heal Estelle. Please don't use your... Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, look, someone's about to cast something. Uh-oh, do something, do something. Uh-oh. There we go. Don't use it twice. Okay, come on. How much HP does he have left? 26? Don't do this. Don't freaking do this to me. Oh my god.
Piece of cake.
No, it wasn't. Everybody levels up surprisingly. And we got the gladiator belt for that? Really? I thought you were only supposed to get that if you did it the right way. Whatever. We did it!
The victory worthy of song and history.
I'm so glad. Now...
You've done well, but not well enough to match my power.
How in the...
Ultimately, your bracers exist simply to protect people. Only those who have attained enlightenment can hope to match one such as myself. The trial is over. Now comes the execution.
In that case, Loewe, I'd like to challenge you one-on-one. Don't do this. I can't beat him one-on-one.
Oh?
Joshua, are you kidding me? It's alright, Estelle. Loewe may be strong, but that last fight still had an effect on him. Trust me, I can do this. Okay, I trust you.
It's true that I've lost a bit of my edge. I'm a little slower in particular. You could even walk away from this fight as the victor. But I wouldn't bet on those odds if I were you.
1 second. Sorry. Maybe not, but still. This soul of mine, which was saved by a sister, bound by a professor, freed by a father, and is now one with Estelle's. Aww. All I've learned as a bracer, and the power given to me by Ouroboros. With all it together, I challenge you, Bladelord!
Very well. Come then, Black Fang. Huh. Well, you have improved. Let's see if you can keep it up.
I can!
What are you doing, Joshua? You're faster than this. Why not use your speed to try and best me?
I have something I want to ask you, Loewe. Why? Why do you continue to side with Weissman, even after all this? You said before that it wasn't about revenge for Karen. You said you wanted to bring the world to trial. What does that even mean?
It's nothing you need to concern yourself with. I simply wish to see if humanity could answer for its failings.
Answer its failings? I still don't follow.
Humanity is the plaything of forces greater than individual men. The passage of time, the changing of ideals of nations, gradual shifts in values and ethics. They are helpless before these, and when such storms blow over man, they are knocked into cracks and are lost, unable to free themselves. Hamel is but one example. Ironically, this great city is exactly the same. It began as a paradise, people living fulfilled, satisfied lives in the clouds. However, at the same time as the Great Collapse, or as part of it, people abandoned this paradise and fell to Earth. This city was sealed away, and people forgot it even existed. Almost as if they sought to forget an inconvenient truth, as if they sought to deceive themselves. The truth is ever easily suppressed, and people will happily accept anything they wish to be true in its place. That is mankind's weakness. That is their sin. But the Oriole's overwhelming power will force people to face the unabated truth. How helpless they are without the backing of nations. How vulnerable they become once you strip them of all their luxuries. All they've locked away in their delusions will be dragged before their eyes, raw and exposed, and they will witness.
Locked away in their delusions, huh? So forcing people to confront that is your goal?
It is. As long as we continue to delude ourselves to believe our world is always just and good, mankind will forever repeat its mistakes. More tragedies like Hamel will happen. A second time, a third, who knows how many. So many more like Karen will bleed their lives out in the arms of those they care for. You want to know why I obey Ouroboros? That's why. And I have no regrets for what I've become in pursuit of my goal.
I see. I think you're the delusional one, Loewe.
What?
I'm a weak person myself, so what you said hits home. There's some truth in it. But we all have the potential to overcome hard times or face our weaknesses. People aren't helpless, not completely. Remember when Karen saved me 10 years ago? She was strong then, and that made all the difference. There's no way you never realized that. Not with how important Karen was to you, with how important you were to her. You're deluding yourself, Loewe, and you know it.
No. Karen was special. She was the only one who could have ever made a difference. None of her actions speak for humanity. They must still be tested. They must face their delusions. And I must see if they are worthy of Karen's sacrifice.
In that case, I should be all the proof you need. I, the weakling and liar who lived on through my sister's sacrifice. I who found my way once I met Estelle. I who could only have come here to meet with you again with her help. People are never powerless so long as they are together. You won. Justice is rightly served. Joshua. Thank you.
You put all you had into a single opening you forced out of me. You little fool.
Not good enough.
The Bladelord's dropped his sword. It doesn't get much more final than that. All I can do is admit defeat.
Defeat? You did it! That was absolutely amazing, Joshua. You actually beat Loewe. You even just knocked away his sword. You didn't hurt him. I wouldn't have had the slightest hope of victory if I was fighting to kill. There's always a better way. That's what it means to be a bracer, right? That's what Dad taught us. Yeah.
Of course. You had the techniques Weissman placed in you, all filtered through the wisdom of the Divine Blade. What hope did I ever have?
Loewe.
I joined Ouroboros because I wanted to test humanity. With you having answered that, I suppose I've run out of reasons to continue working with them. I think it's time I found a new line of employment.
Ah. Aw! You're back. Thank ideas, you're back. Loewe's back. It's over. It's over.
Hey.
I always thought about you even after the Brights took me in. I remembered your voice, your face, that you're important to me, but not who you were. Then I finally remembered, only to learn that you're my enemy. I just didn't know what to think.
I see.
Aww. They seem so close. I'm almost kind of jealous. Chloe, this is not a situation where you should be blushing.
How could my amber-eyed bow dare to be smothered in the affections of another man? Why, the very thought alone consumes my heart with green flames of jealousy.
If nothing else, you're so totally ruining the moment. Oh, sorry everyone, I guess I kind of lost it there. I know nothing's settled yet, but still. You big dummy. You don't need to apologize, okay? You finally made up, right? Go, spend some time with Loewe. It's been, yeah.
It's still bright. I owe you a debt I don't think I can ever repay.
Uh-huh.
With both Ren and Joshua here, you've done all sorts of things and never could, yet made it look so trivial. And you've guided so many other people to this point. You truly are one of a kind, Estelle.
You know, if you're making fun of me, you can totally throw down again. Just saying.
Princess Claudia. Well, Crown Princess now, I think. Do you remember what I said atop Grancel Castle, I wonder?
I do. A nation is like an enormously complex ornament. I believe your words then are absolutely true. But I can't believe that the world simply works like a machine, or should do so. I want to find a way for the world to work so that people can be people, even as they drive forward such a great engine. I know it sounds foolish and naive, but...
Not at all. If you're that certain of your convictions, I have nothing with which to gainsay you. I hope you do find the way you seek.
Thank you very much.
And Prince Olivert. Is it not a bit careless to leave behind your Vander escort? Your life does not belong to just you, after all.
Tis a matter of priorities, kinsman. And after all, the Arce is both the ace up our sleeve and our lifeline. Repairing and defending it protects my own person as well.
Very uncommon wisdom and courage for nobility.
I assume he has final words for everyone in the party.
Royalty seems like such a waste of your talents.
I wanted to bring Agate along, but there's no way he would have been any help in that battle.
In this, we're agreed.
Oh yeah, Loewe, why are you up here? This circle on the ground isn't the Oriole, is it?
No, that's just some broadcast equipment. It sends the miraculous power from the core sector out across the city.
The what now? The core sector's where the Oriole is, I'm guessing?
Yes. The proper function of the Axis Pillar is, essentially, as an antenna broadcasting the Oriole's power to the rest of the city. Its range seems to be roughly 1,000 Selge. Using the Gospels, the Oriole could affect things not just in what we call the Brill now, but across a good deal of the continent.
The more I hear, the crazier it gets. So in order to stop the shutdown phenomenon, we have to get down to the core sector and do something about the Oriole?
It would be the only way, but doing something with the Oriole may prove difficult. It's an artifact of some sort, but it's sentient in some way. It mercilessly removes foreign or threatening elements. That Celeste Osleece managed to seal it away in the first place is impressive in and of itself. And on top of the Oriole, you'll have to deal with Weissman.
Ah, crud. It's a fight we can't put off any longer. But with your help, Loewe, not even Weissman could stop us. Do you want to join our party?
You brat. Just assuming I'll help you out of the blue like that? No, why would I possibly want to help you out? My, this is a touching reunion. May I just say, however, that I do ever so slightly fear the implications for my own well-being.
Hey, buddy.
Ow, damn.
Oh no! Loewe!
Good evening, everyone. I would say you've done a splendid job overcoming my little trials and reaching the pinnacle. But all these little rule violations, tisk, so unsporting.
Rule violations? What are you talking about? We fought every one of your dumb enforcers fair and square. And Joshua beat Loewe one-on-one. Heck, we've been fairer about this than we should have been.
I I see that you've yet to grasp the full extent of the plan. All servants of Ouroboros receive power from the Grandmaster in some way or form. If you have a few members of Ouroboros assisting you, that hardly seems a fair or informative experiment now, does it?
We're an experiment? I've been a fool. Us coming here was part of your plan all along, wasn't it?
I'll admit to adding many of my own personal touches to the plan. But yes, about half of it did consist of you making your way here.
I see. The gospel plan isn't just about obtaining the Oriole, is it?
Correct. All is according to the Grandmaster's design, but as I said, you were never meant to have Ouroboros members as part of the experiment. Which means Joshua here is ruining the precision of my results. Forgive me, my boy, but I think it's time you became my puppet once more.
What do you... Joshua! Joshua, are you alright? Uh-oh. That's not good. Is Loewe gonna join our party instead of Joshua? I doubt it. No.
This was your plan?
Joshua, this is a joke, right? Come on back. Come on, stop it. Stop looking at me like that.
Please, that's enough. There's little point. When all this began, I used my power to rebuild Joshua's shattered mind. The stigma sank into the depths of his mind has slept dormant since. When it is invoked, however, the effect is tremendous. Joshua really is little more than a puppet to me now.
No.
Incidentally, that little thing on Joshua's shoulder, that isn't just a tattoo. It is the image of the stigma I burned into his mind and made manifest on his flesh.
Is this like the... from Naruto? You know that Orochimaru thing, curse mark?
I imagine it came as quite the fright when it reappeared after I returned his memory.
You lied. On top of all the suffering you put Joshua through, you said you'd freed him. But even that was a lie.
Now, I wasn't lying when I told him he was free. If Joshua had just left alone and not come this far with you, I wouldn't have had to do this. Why, one could say this is really all your fault, Miss Bright. What a monster you are.
Don't you screw with me, Weissman. You don't get to tell me anything about what paths I've chosen. You taking control of Joshua, all it's done is make me even more angry. I'm gonna beat you clear to Erebonian back and save Joshua.
Now that's what I was hoping to see. But I'm afraid I'm rather busy at the moment. I don't quite have time to stay here right now. Why don't you come down to the core sector? Do come visit so we can finish the experiment. I'll be waiting.
Joshua! Oh, Joshua.
Well, things have certainly become dire. We don't even know where the core sector is. Use the elevator in the back.
Oh, thank goodness you're okay. But what elevator? I don't see... Da-da-da-da-da-da. Wait, you mean that big plate in the back?
It goes right down to the core sector, straight to the Oriole. Hurry. No time.
Alright.
What? Oh my god. Oh my god.
I can't do this without Joshua. It's the creature that brought down the Arcee.
Reverie Dragon. Damn you, Weissman, you did have more than just the one I used.
Oh my god.
Well, we're dead.
I doubt they'll let us through without a fight.
We gotta get past them somehow. Then let us handle this. That was the sheriff? No. Was that... Oh, that was, what's your face? Ah! Yeah, as everybody else in my party. I don't know the let us handle this. Was that supposed to be, Julia? Probably. Julia!
My dear Mueller, your timing couldn't be more perfect.
What are you doing here? The repairs to the Arcea are essentially done.
We got everyone who could fight together and came out to assist you.
Admittedly, I'm just tagging along, looking at everything and all. Hey, don't forget about us.
The Bobcat's about ready to fly too.
We figure we'd pop over and see how how things are getting on. That's great. And I say we managed to time our heroism just right once again. Please, no flaws. We'll talk later. Leave this to us. Still, hurry and save Joshua, okay? Guys, thanks.
Estelle, go. Your light is the only thing that can save Joshua now.
Right. Everyone, attack! You guys don't want to give me a party member?
Split them into 2 groups. Rip them apart.
Yeah! The team. Okay, those are 2 very uneven groups right there. Well, this was a long episode. Whew. I would not have thought this was an elevator shaft. I wonder how far down it goes.
And at the very least, it must cover the entirety of the height of the pillar. I fear it goes down to the center of this floating island.
Yeah. Estelle, don't worry. Joshua promised to walk by your side until the end, didn't he? You will bring him back to us. I know you will. Chloe, thanks. Yeah, I'll never break a promise if he can help it. Besides, like heck, I'm gonna just abandon him and let that creep Weissman do what he wants with my Joshua. It's time to take back my man with girl power! Yeah.
And never fear, should things possibly go wrong, I shall intervene. The overwhelming power of my love shall return Joshua to us.
Yeah, I bet. Thanks, Olivier. Huh? What's that? No. Oh my god, no, 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 no. There's more of those dragon things? We really do need to be ready for anything.
A fitting opening for the final act.
I'm gonna do this in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Sephiroth1204. I'll see you next time. Bye!